Hey guys, good evening and thanks for joining. So in the morning class, we discussed about a couple of servers. So those servers are SMTP server, database server, Microsoft Unix, in the similar way file server. And so even we discussed about other servers as well. So what is next topic is network commands. So these network commands, when we can use basically. So if you want to do any security incident investigation, we will use these network commands. So we will discuss around maybe 8 to 9. Out of 8 to 9, we can use maybe maximum 2 or 3 only. So these 2 or 3 commands we will use regularly for any security incident investigation. Most of the alerting information or tracing of the information, we can get it from respective alert itself. But in case something is missed out, and if you want to see whether the host is up or down and whether reachable or not respective targeted machine, for those scenarios we have to verify these network commands. As I said, so only maybe 2 or 3 commands we will use regularly, so that to very rare cases, but remaining all other commands just for your information only. Okay, so let's start now. So if we want to, yeah, if you want to know about computer name or system name, which system you logged in, so how we can verify and what is the syntax we have to give. All these network commands basically we have to run in command prompt. So that command prompt is by default Windows operating system, it is available. So Microsoft in such a way, they are developing this command prompt. So if you want to verify the host name or computer name or your laptop name, which command we have to use and what is the syntax for that one. So we have to use CMD command prompt, and whatever username you are using, that username, along with that one, we have to give the host name. So this is the syntax we have to give. Let's go and see practical way. So whether what is my host name, it is showing in my computer. So this one we can call it as a syntax. So I will give here syntax and open, go to search button in the Windows operating system, then type command prompt. So here command prompt, it will appear. It's completely command line interface. It's not like a graphical user interface. So then here, what is the syntax I said? We have to enter the host name. So just give host name. Then you can see. So my host name of the computer, it is showing as a Manoj Manuraju. So this is the computer name at the time of the, okay, configuring my laptop, we given this name. So in this similar way, so whatever laptop name they given, so most of the cases in the organization point of view, how they will give host name or computer name based on the location wise. For example, most of the organization host names can be configured based on the location along with operating system wise. What is meant by this one? For example, most of the cases not a mandatory, but easy identification purpose, most of the organization will follow this particular process. So LT hyphen HYD hyphen example 76063. What is mean by this one? So LT means laptop. So this particular laptop, where that particular user is located, HYD Hyderabad 76063, it's a employee ID. So this is one of the format. In the similar way, MAC, BNG, and 10010. Okay. So now this one is belongs to MacBook. And so where is the location of this particular end user is situated or located? BNC means Bangalore, and 10010, it's the employee ID. So otherwise we can give the username as well. This is the way for easy identification purpose, respect to companies So they will configure their user friendliness wise. So now whenever any security incident it's happened to server or database or maybe application or maybe any other end user machine, according to this one we'll come to know whether the person is located which location, and also what is the username or what is the computer name and what is the host name, and whether it is a server or end user. So server and end user we cannot confirm directly unless otherwise if you will go and if you will verify the OS, nothing but operating system version wise. So this is for example end user like laptop and MacBook I given. In this similar way, for example, appprod.com. So what is mean by this one now? It's a one of the application server. So prod means production. So it's an application server. It's a production environment. So now one more example, uatdb.com. So user acceptance test database server, and it's one of the testing server related to database. So according to that one, we can give our convenient way, our host name, our computer name, our fully qualified domain name. So these names are like synonyms, so that whenever any incident it's happened, so that particular host name or computer name or machine name or asset name, we can see part of our alert notification as well. So we have to go and we have to verify based on these abbreviations also. So it's completely depending on organization to organization, how they configure the host name or computer name or asset name, or else fully qualified domain name, that is called FQDN. Okay, so I'll put that one also. Synonyms for host names or computer name or host name. So computer name. Next one is asset name, end user machine name or username, and finally FQDN. What is this FQDN full form is? Fully qualified domain name. Okay. So this is the way how we can identify. So always whenever any alert will be triggered, part of the cyber security SOC operation using SIM tool or maybe using EDR tool or maybe using tools like firewall or proxy or web application firewall, we have to do first and foremost triaging of the incident. What is meant by triaging of the incident? We have to gather the information related to which system got that particular alert, whether it is end user system or maybe server or database or application. So gathering those information, we can call it as a triage. So in triage, we can simple what we can say, gathering of the information related to that particular security incident or alert. Okay. So now directly if you are giving host name, we'll come to know. But anyways, so this is the way how we can get the host name of any computer or any system. So that is the first one. Second one, ping command. So ping command we will use regularly. Okay. So to verify whether the device is up or down, to verify whether the opposite or neighbor device is active or inactive or online or offline. A couple of times when the server is getting compromised, or whenever you are making vulnerability management or patch management. So, and also whenever the system, some of the user is shut down, in that scenario, it will not ping it. What is mean by that one? Obviously, the system is either down or maybe offline or maybe inactive position. To verify that one, what is the command we have to use? Ping command. So what is the ping command? So definition we can say, to verify the neighbor device or opposite device to see whether the device is up or down, active or inactive, running or not running, or online or offline, we can use ping command. Okay. So that is the definition I can show practically. Ping command can be used to see whether the opposite or targeted device up or down, or else active or inactive, or else online or offline, or else running or not running. For those cases, we can use ping command. Now, what is the syntax for ping command to verify this particular targeted device is running or not, or active or inactive, or online or offline, or up or down? So syntax is, so CMD, we can give ping. Either we can give IP, either we can give IP address, or else we can give host name also. Both the cases it will work. So IP address I can represent x dot x dot x dot x, x dot x dot x dot x, meaning here any IP address, or else. So another command, how we can verify, ping hostname.com or domain name.com. Okay. So if are giving this one, this is a generic way. So now we can go and we can see practically. So what is mean by this one in our day to day with the example CMD ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, so that is one of the IP address. This IP address we can call it as a public DNS server primary IP address. Public primary DNS server address. In the similar way, we can give CMD ping. So Google domain name or host name is google.com. Okay, so we can give in such a way. So here syntax is a given generic way. Now we can go and we can verify this one via practical. So just you can give ping command here and 8.8.8.8. It's a public one. Now we can see whether it is a reachable or not, or whether it is up or down, or whether it is active or inactive. From my system, so I given ping command. So this is the public DNS server of the Google, that is 8.8.8.8. Whenever I given this one, so general meaning of the ping is nothing but messaging basically. In WhatsApp, whatever you will send the message, so someone will respond back. That is called pinging basically. Now here pinging 8.8.8.8 with 32 bytes of the data. So this 8.8.8. is 32 bytes of the data. It's a part of the IPv4. So now reply from, so 8.8.8.8 bytes are 32. Time it's 41 milliseconds. TTL, time to live is so 117. So this is the time it has taken to reach the Google server, and it is responded back. So now Google is respond back stating that, okay, so I'm available, I'm online, so I'm up and I'm running. So this is the way it has taken total 41 milliseconds to send the first packet. And second packet it has taken 19 milliseconds only. And time to live is once again 117. And third packet it has taken 20 milliseconds. And fourth packet it has taken 29 milliseconds. Total from my machine, I have sent 4 packets. So to Google server, and Google server is responded back with all the 4 packets, whatever I have sent it. So now ping statistics, you can see 8.8.8.8. Packet sent are 4. Received also 4 from the Google server, responded back. So last percentage, how we can calculate last percentage now? 4 packets sent and 4 packets received. 4 minus 4 by 4 into 100%. Nothing but how much it will come? 0 by 4 into 100%. That is nothing but 0% loss. So there is no packet loss basically. All the packets sent from my system to Google server, and Google server is responded back. So now approximate round trip time in milliseconds. So overall, how much time it has taken? Minimum time is 19 milliseconds. That is the second packet. And the maximum time is 41 milliseconds. That is the first packet. If you are making average for all these 4 packets, it will come around 27 milliseconds. Now here, whenever any ping it's happening, it will use one of the protocol. That protocol name is called ICMP. Okay, so ping command will use one of the protocol. That protocol name we can call it is ICMP. So ICMP, it's a message oriented protocol. Already we studied. So it will explain about what type of service it is running and what is the message it will respond back. So that is the importance of the ICMP. But it doesn't have any communication port number. There is no port number for the ICMP. In the future, we can discuss about 2 different types of flooding category of the attacks under the network and cyber attacks session. Those 2 category of the attacks are, one of the attack name is called ping flood attack. That is also called as ICMP flood attack. Why? Because ping command can be used ICMP protocol. So second attack also we will discuss in the future. That is called ping of death. So these 2 attacks, attacker can use flooding of the request or maybe oversized packet he will send to targeted mission, and finally mission will become unavailable. So these 2 attacks we can discuss in the future, part of the network and cyber security attacks. So now additionally I will provide a couple of information as well. So ping command can be used. Ping command can use ICMP protocol. So ICMP protocol full form is Internet Control Message Protocol, and there is no port number. ICMP does not have any port number. It's an entire question. Just it will send and receive the messages using packets. So that is the ICMP protocol. Okay. So now, so before going to how many types of the ICMP messages it will respond back, I will give one more. Go back to here. Ping 10.10.10.10. So 10.10.10.10, it's a private IP. So previous one is a public IP and I'm able to accessible. So through command line interfaces I tried, I'm able to access. So let's go and try via graphical user interface, whether Google I'm able to access or not. For that one, what I have to do, I have to go any of my web browser and I have to type here google.com. So I can access google.com from my web browser as well, from my system. So both the ways we verified. Through ping also we verified using command line interface. Through graphical user interface or GUI also we verified. So from my system, I'm able to access the Google server related to public DNS. Nothing but Google is running and also it is up and it is active. So that is about ping overall, how to use command line interfaces versus graphical user interface. Only drawback in the graphical is, only drawback in the command line interface is we have to remember the commands. Now go back here. So now I given one more IP address. Let's go and see whether this particular IP address is able to reach from a system or not. Whether it is active or inactive, or whether it is up or down, or whether it is running or not. So now I'm sending the 4 packets of the data from my system to this particular targeted IP address. Let's see the 10.10.10.10 machine will respond back or not. Now you can see pinging 10.10.10.10 with 32 bytes of the data. So 4 packets, and each and every packet is not responded back. Requested timed out, requested timed out, requested timed out, and request timed. Each and every packet completely lost. So now how we can, what is the conclusion we can say that So opposite device is not running, or it is down, or it is not reachable basically from my machine. Okay, so this is one of the private IP address. I'm not sure what is that private IP address is belongs to, and which organization this IP address is belongs to. Now here, ping statistics you can analyze. Packet sent are 4, received are 0. Why? Because so 10.10.10 did not responded back, stating that I am available, I'm active, I'm up, I'm running. So that is the reason received packets from 10.10.10 is 0. Total lost percentage 4 minus 0 by 4 into 100%. That is nothing but 4 by 4 into 100, 100% loss. There are no packets sent to targeted machine. And finally, so there are no packets also received from the respective targeted machine. Now here we have seen two practical scenario. One is server is up, and second one is server is down. So here destination is reachable, and here destination is unreachable. So how we can say this one? Using ICMP message oriented protocol. So total ICMP, it will give type 0 to type 255 messages. So destination is reachable, we can represent using type 0. That is also called as echo reply. Destination is unreachable, we can represent using type 3 ICMP message. In such a way, so there are so many messages related to ICMP protocol, and it will provide type 0 to type 255 messages. Okay, so now we verified two things here. One is, so destination is reachable, up and running, and also active and online. Second one is, it's not running, it's a down, it's offline, or it is completely inactive position. So first thing we verified using first syntax. Let's go and try with the second syntax. What is second syntax I given now? Ping hostname.com. Here I am giving google.com. Yeah, now you can see here, even though I given host name or domain name, so Google is responded back. So pinging google.com with this particular default gateway, 32 bytes of the data. So byte sent, obviously this is first packet using 41 milliseconds. This is second packet using 18 milliseconds. So this one is third packet, so 44 milliseconds. And this is fourth packet, 40 milliseconds. Total packet I sent from my computer to google.com. So 4, and also received are 4. Obviously last percent is 0%. So average time it has taken maximum plus minimum by 2. So that will come 35 milliseconds. Using either host name or else using either IP address, we can utilize our ping command. So now coming back to ICMP messages. ICMP messages examples. So I can show this, that one also. Just I will type ICMP Wikipedia. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these are all the messages. 0 is echo reply. Whenever we will say echo reply, it's nothing but destination is reachable. It is coming back as a response. That is called echo reply. Okay. So in this similar way, we have seen two practical scenarios right here. So one is destination is reachable. This is type 0 ICMP message. And second one is destination is unreachable. So this is type 3 ICMP message. Enter a question. So ICMP message type 0 will represent what? ICMP message type 3 represent what? Okay. So you have to remember these two at least. So remaining all other messages up to we have 255 messages. Okay. So at least you can remember these two. Type 0 is echo reply or destination is reachable, and type 3 is belongs to destination is unreachable. Type 0 ICMP message echo reply. This is also called as destination is reachable. So type 3 ICMP message, destination is unreachable. So that is about ICMP protocol, and ping command will use ICMP. So now whatever packet it is sending back, time to live. So time to live here, you should remember about so IP packet as well. So meaning here, so whatever we discussed part of IP packet and TCP packet. Hope you remember that particular architecture diagram. It contains 32 byte. So IP version and also internet header length, type of the service, and also IP flags. Then we have time to live and the source IP, destination IP, padding and option. That is IP packet side. In this similar with TCP packet side, so we have the sequence number, acknowledgement number, source port, destination port, padding, option, data. At least you can remember this along with that one window size and also TCP flags as well. At least these, not entire packet, at least you should remember couple of, okay, so minimum things on the TCP packet and IP packet. Okay. So now coming back, what I mean to say this one, I'm not sure whether everybody understand. So this is what I'm referring basically. So TCP packet is this one, source port, destination port, destination port. This destination port, this is basically wrong. This is sequence number. This one acknowledgement number and TCP flags and data. In the similar way, IP packet. So this is what I'm referring. So as I said, under network and cyber attacks, we will discuss about two different types of attacks. Those attacks are ping flood attack, that is also called as ICMP flood attack, and second attack is called ping of death. So that is about overall ping command. This ping command we will use regularly. Okay. Next one is a trace route. So trace route
Arjun,
most, yeah, please.
so basically, when you told TTL, right, time to live, that is for the single packet which it mentioned over there.
Yeah, single packet.
And one more thing, when we are requesting for Google primary one,
Mm,
it is replying back with the same a.a.a.
mm.
But when we are giving google.com, why it's showing our gateway?
Yeah, that is what. So based on from our internet Wi-Fi router to how the route it looks like. So every time it is not same way, our ISP router will forward the packet. So based on the routing wise, that's what I said when we discussed about network routing protocols. So network routing protocols, it can be used in between my laptop to the targeted machine. So there are so many routing protocols to source to destination. So in that scenario, either it will use maybe EIGRP or maybe OSPF, or maybe it will use IGRP and also static route and dynamic route. So when whatever route is a free is available, so that route our telecom service provider, it will give to us. So it will not come same route whenever we are accessing always google.com. So because maybe, for example, so we discussed already Amirpet to high-tech city, there are different routes are there. So maybe first packet when you are sending from google.com to using sorry 8.8.8, so that time it is going via Jubilee Hills. Maybe second time I given so google.com. So that time this particular route maybe has a lot of congestion and traffic and delay. In that scenario, what it will take Kokatpally JNTU flyover. From there, it will reach to the high-tech city. So this is the way based on the routing and traffic wise, it will communicate. That is the way it will choose the best and shortest route without any traffic or congestion. So that is the reason it is showing both are different.
And what about this? When we give the a.a.4.4 also it gives the same result.
Yeah, it is once again, as I said, completely depending on the traffic congestion in between source and destination. And
So this
also
is the
how many routers are there in between source and destination as well. It will not
okay.
give same path always. So whether you are giving 8.8.8.8 or 8.8.4.4.
Okay, fine.
Okay, it's a good question. Thank you so much. Yeah, next one is trace route. Trace route from the interview point of view, entire networking comments. This is the popular interview question. So what is mean by trace route? Out of all networking comments, whatever we are going to discuss. So very, very favorite interview question is trace route only. Even though we will not use trace route, very rare cases we'll use trace route. Trace route can be used by most of the cases NOC team. So NOC is nothing but Network Operation Center. So they will identify in between source and destination. So how many routers are there? How many hops are there? Not routers. How many hops are there? How many default gateways are there or gateways are there? And so where is the exact issue? Whether router is causing the issue or switch is causing the issue, or maybe some other hop is causing the issue, whether hop duplex related issues or broadcast related issues or full duplex issues, all those things can be verified using trace route. So in our case, very rare case, we'll use trace route, but interview point of this one is very, very popular. So as I said previously, we will use regularly two commands for our security incident investigation. Those two commands are, one is ping command, second one is ns lookup. These two commands we will use regularly. Okay. So what this trace route command it will give? It will give trace in between source and destination along with how many hops are there. So hops you can consider like a routers along with time. So that is called trace route. What is the syntax for this one? So CMD, we can go TRACE. We should not write ROU to TE, full thing. And also without space, we have to write RT, trace art or trace art otherwise. Now along with this one, we can use IP address or else it will work with even host name as well. Trace RT hostname.com or domain name.com. So that is about syntax. So let's go and see practical way. So hop is nothing but next router. Yeah, someone is asking how we have to give the answer. For why ICMP not have, as I said, ICMP it's a service oriented protocol. It will deliver only messages. So that's why it doesn't have any port number. Okay. So all these interior questions we can discuss later. Yeah, go back to our command prompt. So TRACERT, so trace it and 8.8.8.8. What the drawback RIP protocol miss? Anyone guys? What is drawback RIP protocol? What the
less
importance of the YSPF?
less number of hops it will provide. I mean, it
Uh,
supports only so few number of
Only
rows.
30. It will show only 30 hops.
Yeah.
13,
Maximum of 30 hops.
30, are you sure?
Yes, maximum it is 30 hops. That is the drawback of it.
Okay, what about YSPF? No, no, no. RIP protocol drawback is in between source and destination. It will show only 15 hops. If it is more than 15 hops are there, routing information protocol, it will not support. So EIGRP, to eliminate the drawback, we have EIGRP and also IGRP protocol came into picture, part of the routing itself. So for what is the drawback of this EIGRP and IGRP? So it will provide within a single location office only. So to eliminate those drawback once again, which protocol came into picture? for distributed location of the deployments in case of our office is located, what is the protocol we have to use?
OSPF.
OSPF,
OSPF.
open
USPF.
shortest path first. Okay.
Okay.
Now I given trace RT 8.8.8.8. Now you can see. So this is the thing it has come and trace is completed fully. So now trace already reachable. So Google is reachable. Tracing route to DNS Google over a maximum of 30 hops only. Trace route give only 30 hops information. And from my laptop, first machine or first gateway router, I'm using Act FiberNet in my home. So that is a D-Link router from Act I purchased. That particular default gateway IP address of the router is 192.168.0.1. Is it a class A or class B or class C?
Class C.
It's a class
Classic.
C. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Always you can remember, I want to add one more thing here. Whenever if you want to do any lab environment, so always we will use 192.168.1.1 series only. So especially for testing of the firewalls, testing of the SIM tools, testing of the EDR tools. So because class C is mainly for the LAN connectivity part. Okay. So for example, maybe if I want to configure one of the dedicated firewall or proxy or network IDS or network IPS or maybe EDR tool or maybe SIM tool, for testing of that firewall, instead of class A, class B, it's better to give class C. So why? Because most of our telecom service provider, they will route via these particular class C IP address only. So that it is easy for us and there is no need to map our NATing and also there is no need to map our private IP address to public IP address. So that is the reason it's better to use always class C. If that we can discuss later, don't get confusion here. So now whenever it will come star is nothing but packet is dropped. Okay. So from my machine, whenever I'm giving the routing to respective destination 8.8.8, first it has reached the default gateway router, that is Act FiberNet, as I said, using D-Link router. After that, next hop, it is broadband Act FiberNet. It is routed to another default gateway. From there, it has reached to one more hop, and it is reached to one more hop. It is reached to one more hop, and finally, it is reached to google.com. Now, trace is completed. There is no need to by heart anything here. Trace route, what exactly it will give. So source is my laptop here, and destination is our targeted mission. So trace route command, it can provide in between source and destination, how many hops are there or routers are there, along with the time also it will give. So that is called trace route command. Okay. Any doubt in this one? So instead of the router, better you can say hop this one. Hop is nothing but so next device basically. So that is networking terminology defined by Cisco. So next command is NS lookup. So what this NS lookup command will do? So it will convert domain name or host name into IP address. In the similar way, IP address into domain name. So this command we will use regularly. But even though inter question is this one, trace route. So I will give inter question this one. So coming back NS lookup, what exactly it will do? It will convert domain name into host name of the computer or asset or targeted machine, vice versa. Of the targeted machine to IP address and vice versa. Couple of times what will happen, actually domain control will not resolve our request. So we cannot see, it will not convert that host name into domain name. So for example, in our practical scenarios where we can use this particular NS lookup command. maybe one of server got compromised by ransomware, but we are not sure that is really server related to Unix operating system, or maybe Windows operating system, or maybe end user system like laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop. So now how we can identify? So whether that particular system is belongs to either end user machine or server or database. So now what we have to do, we have to take the IP address of the respective alert whatever we received. For example, how to say that one, 10.10.10.1 system got compromised by ransomware or malware. You can consider malware otherwise. So this is one of the alert notification triggered via either EDR tool or maybe SIM tool. Okay. Now, once you are doing the tracing of this particular incident, you are not able to see username, and you are not able to see computer name, and you are not able to see host name. Only we are able to see only IP address. Now, how we can say that whether it is end user machine like laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop, or else whether it is any server or maybe database. For that one,
Like
what
in
we have to
AID.
do? Yeah, for that one, we have to go and we have to verify Active Directory. Whenever this incident it's happened, we have to gather the timestamp. When you say timestamp, so what time this particular alert is triggered, when this particular incident it's happened. So after gathering this information, now we can go and we have to coordinate with Active Directory team. Otherwise, if you have the access to Active Directory, directly you can go and you can verify this particular timestamp. So maybe it has happened around 8 p.m. IST. Okay, now go to that 8 p.m. IST. This 8 p.m. IST in the Active Directory or domain controller, whose the system is connected and what is the host name or computer name, because Active Directory, it can provide all the information related to end users and systems and servers, and what is the IP address it is assigned at the time of the authenticating of the domain controller. Okay, it's one of the favorite interview question. Okay. So now how to give the syntax here? So CMD, NS lookup, same thing, hostname.com, or else CMD, NS lookup, x.x.x.x. So this command we will use regularly, guys. Regularly, when I say, in case if the alert contains everything, it's well and good. There is no need to verify this one also. Parsing related issues will occur couple of times. What is meant by parsing? Even though raw log contains everything, IP address, host name, username, computer name, or system name, and type of the operating system or payload, authentication and everything. This is the way how the log contains. Couple of times what will happen, because of this raw log, if it's not able to convert to parser log, nothing but sim understandable format. So that time we will face these type of issues. Whenever these parsing related issues will occur, we can see couple of fields are missing in the alert notification related to triage. So that one will be taken care by L3 team, like a parsers development, or else why the fields are missing even the raw log it contains. Okay, so that particular process we can call it as a fine tuning. Okay, so now go back. So NS lookup. So I can give now google.com. Now if I am giving google.com, so it is converted to this particular name of the non-authorized to answer here, whether it is DNS record or not. This DNS record or not? Yes or no?
Yes, it's a DNS record only.
Yeah, it's a DNS record only, correct. So because it's not, I'm not authorized person, so this non-authoritative record it is showing basically, and google.com. And as I said, so always it will not come same as it is whatever 8.8.8.8, whatever traffic it is going via. So according to that route, it will choose the IP address. So this is the IP address of the respective google.com now. So next one, we can see vice versa also. NS lookup 8.8.8.8. Now you can see name of the respective IP address is DNS Google. So this is the way. So once you are giving host name, it will convert to IP address. Once you are giving IP address, it will convert to respective host name. But couple of times what will happen, if you're not in the same user LAN or LAN segmentation, because most of the cases, whether you're working for product-based company or whether you're working for service-based company, it depends. So maybe you are working for service-based company, because you are not a part, even though you are a part of their domain controller, only they will give VPN access to you. So in that scenario, your request, it will not go to domain controller and it will not resolve it. But maybe you are part of the product-based company. So you and your domain controller and even host name also both are in same. Then automatically it will convert the domain controller, even host name to IP address. For those type of scenarios only I said, whenever any alert is not showing any username or host name or computer name or which system it is got compromised, we have to verify first and foremost from our side as a L1 cyber security analyst, is it possible to convert using NS lookup command or not? In case it is not able to convert that particular IP address into host name or computer name, then what we have to do? What we have to do? What we have to do?
Escalate this,
Hmm?
escalate to next level.
So we have to coordinate with the Active Directory team. AD team we have to coordinate. Okay. So now I will give all those notes. In the alert, in the security alert, notification, in case, okay, this one I will write like a question, that's better. In the security alert notification, in case we are able to see only IP address without username or asset name or computer name, how we will come to know asset name or host name of the machine? So first thing what we have to do, what is the first step? What is the first step we have to do? We have to verify using NS lookup
Next
command.
command.
So in case NS lookup command domain control or Active Directory is not able to resolve that request, now we have to contact, yes, we have to contact Active Directory team to know about respective system. Maybe you can ask now, if you don't contact that one, and so directly for doing investigation, what will happen? Any guess? So we don't know about, okay, so just only through IP address I completed the investigation. What will happen? Why we need, okay, host name or computer name?
Uh,
For
If the
investigating things,
person
whether it
belongs
is a
to
server, I mean,
company or
whether it is
outsider.
a server or no, whether the server is an internal system or I mean, like it's a end user system or server. So based on that, the impact will be changed now. So we need to know whether it is an internal laptop or whether it is an server.
Excellent answer, perfect. Yeah, you are right, absolutely right, 1000% you are right. So because if that system maybe got compromised, for example, probability wise, so impact wise, business impact analysis wise and risk assessment wise, so server, if you are doing the containment without doesn't have any backup, obviously availability issues will occur as per the CIA triad, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So if it is end user system, okay, it's well and good. So directly we can do the containment by providing the alternative laptop to respect to end user, and we can do the containment or network isolation. And finally, we can make sure that infection should be cleaned and we'll bring it back to normal operation. But server case business impact is more because server can be accessed by more number of the end users, that may be internal users or that may be public also. In that scenario, any outage it will occur, obviously lot of so escalations will occur, not only from that is from internal user side, maybe external public facing server it is causing issue and it is got compromised, and you are doing the network containment or maybe network isolation part, so customer will get dissatisfaction or dislike. So that is the reason we should know about, so whether that particular system is individual system or else server or else database. So this is the way business impact and also risk
How
assessment we have to
we
verify.
come to asset name or host name of the mission. We have to verify using ns lookup command. We have to contact.
Okay, so that is about ns lookup, and as I said, we will use this command regularly.
Not is missed in the question, Arti.
Sorry,
We are not able to, so not is missed in the question.
no, I'm not able to hear.
In the 559C row, in the security alert notification case, we are not is missing.
We're not able to, yeah, we are not able to, that's correct, sorry. Next one is how to identify MAC address. So this MAC address you know already. So this command, it can be used to identify MAC address of the system. Syntax is cmd get MAC. So this is the command. I think already explained this one when we discussed about differences and also definitions point of view. So let's go and see here. Get MAC. So this is the MAC address of my laptop right now. It is configured. So this is 48-bit. Okay, it's combination of both characters and numbers. So every machine has only one MAC address or more than one MAC address?
More than one MAC address.
More than one.
Yes, that's right. What nslookup.exe -q equal txt domain.com does, it will make and it will convert into text messages basically. So txt is mainly for the text. Whatever the text we are giving, it will convert that one like a text or plain text oriented part. So that is the command of the nslookup.exe -txt related to respect to domain name. Only we can use to identify MAC address using get MAC. Is there any other alternative option? Yes, we have alternative option also to identify MAC address cmd
IP
any
config you
guess,
can see. IP
any
config
guess?
also you can see. IP config.
Config
IP
all.
config
All.
space / all. So these two commands we can use to verify respective our MAC address. So next one is IP address. To verify IP address of any end user machine, we will use this IP address, and syntax is cmd IP config or else cmd IP config
IP config/all.
space slash all. So these two commands we can use to identify what is the IP address of our machine. So if we are giving IP config all, we can get the host name, and also we can get the MAC address, and also we can get the primary DNS and secondary DNS and DHCP and default gateway, subnet mask, and also it will give the other two things whatever we discussed existing one, like MAC address and also so system name or computer name. So we can use either of the one. Let's go and see practical. IP config. So now this is my IPv4 address 192.168.0.120 and subnet mask is 255.255.255.0 and default gateway is 192.168.0.1. So whenever I'm accessing any external website, first thing is from my laptop this IPv4 address to next gateway or router is 192.168.0.1. This is what we have seen when we discussed about traceroute command. D-link router, there we have seen this one only. So first hop always from our system whenever we are giving or accessing any website, default gateway. So this default gateway is 192.168.0.1. So now in the similar way, we can give IP config space slash all. So as I said, it will give the entire information. It will give the host name of my respective Windows machine, whatever I'm using related to laptop. And also whether I'm using wireless LAN or whether RJ45 Ethernet LAN. Okay. So in the similar way, entire information of the wireless LAN adapter and the 192.168. This is my IP address of the machine and subnet mask and default gateway. Okay. So DNS server 192.168.0.1. So basically Act Fiber, whatever, not only Act, sorry. Whenever you are using any internet, almost on our personal area network, if we're using Wi-Fi or internet, always our DHCP and also DNS, both should be same almost. So this is the way how they will configure. So if you want to verify that configuration, what you can do, so just whatever Ethernet interface configuration they are giving and wherever you're getting connection, just you can remove it. After removing that particular LAN or cable connection, you can give to your laptop. I'm repeating once again. If we want to verify our field engineer, whoever is installed Wi-Fi router, so what he has configured at the time of Wi-Fi installation part. Okay, so just you can remove the cable and also you can give to our laptop. Then you can type in the browser 192.168.1.1. Then whatever username and password you given at the time of the router installation, ask that username and password. Now you can go and you can verify that entire router configuration, whether it is using 2.4 gigahertz frequency channel or 5 gigahertz channel, what is the default gateway respective field engineer has set, what the DHCP is enabled, whether it is static or dynamic in nature, what the DNS is enabled, entire configuration we can see in our own way. Is it clear or not?
Yes, clear.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So that is about IP address identification. Next one is ARP. ARP already we discussed. So what is the command if you want to get the ARP table information?
ARP was and the first one.
Yeah, before
ARP as
going
a
to
name can
ARP
use.
information, first what is ARP will do? So ARP will do. it will convert or map
IP address to MAC.
IP address,
Say to MAC.
yes, to MAC address. So opposite of ARP is RARP,
That's enough.
reverse address resolution protocol. It will convert or map MAC address to IP address. So basically in the whatever telecom ISP router we are using, these ARP dynamically it has to update that routing part. Otherwise what will happen? Internet connectivity issues will occur. End users are not able to access the internet. I'm repeating once again. Whenever if we are doing the firewall configuration, whatever telecom service provided internet we are purchasing, that may be Vodafone or Telecom or BSNL or Geo and so on. So that particular ISP router, it has to update ARP table or content or routing automatically. In case that ARP table, it is always in constant in nature, obviously we will not get the internet. So we have to go and change the ARP table content manual way in the firewall. And every time it's not possible to go and verify manual way. And also end user will give a lot of complaint to us. This is what it's happened when I was working in Muscat, part of the Oman Gas Oil Company. So we deployed Palo Alto firewall PA3050, and unfortunately PA3050 has one of the hardware bug issues, and we deployed the firewall in the data center. So when we deployed this particular data center firewall in the so respective gas company, whatever I said, that ARP table it's not updating dynamically. So now client called me, I went to on-site, and so we discussed about what is the issue, and I verified entire firewall configuration. Where is the issue? I'm checking here and there interfaces configuration, and also routing tables configuration, what type of routing protocols I given, and also policies configuration and security profiles configuration and so on. So finally what I have done the packet capture. So why internal users, they are not able to access any public website. So after that, then that particular packet capture, what I have done, I analyzed using Wireshark. Then finally I came to know that, so in the network layer, ARP address resolution and also ARP table content, it's not updating automatically. So every time we have to go to ISP router and we have to change that static route or dynamic route or EIGRP or OSPF, whatever we assign manual way, then only it is changing. Then what we have done, so we deleted the entire ARP table configuration from the ISP router, and once again we configured newly, and automatically that issue got fixed. Okay. So that is the way. So how we have to configure these ARP tables and where we can use part of firewall deployments, it is facing to the internet, part of the ISP routers. Don't think like it's only theoretical part, guys. So everything whatever we are discussing, we can use practical real-time world. That is called IT and software industry. Okay. Now go back to our syntax.
But sir, one question from my side, like this configuration things and all, we cannot do in. I mean, can we do it in lab classes? Is it possible?
Can we do it in? Sorry. Can we do it in?
Lab. I mean,
No, it's
can
not
we do it in
possible.
generalized lab?
No, it's not possible. Why? Because we don't have the
Yeah.
we don't have the fire, because all these are implementation side, whatever I am saying. All these are
Okay, sir.
implementation. So everything like experience. I have done a lot of mistakes by in my entire career. I have done a lot of mistakes related to onboarding of the logs and firewall deployments or EDR tools, cloud security or application security, even pre-sales activities as well. Whatever mistakes I have done, from those mistakes I have learned it. If you don't mistakes, obviously you can't learn new things, right? And what are the issues we are facing, and how we are fixing, and how we are troubleshooting, and how we are debugging the issues. Okay.
agree, sir. Like if it is a new environment, then fine, sir. If it is a broad environment,
Yeah,
it
that's
is
fine.
something
But
different, sir.
yeah, agree with you. But unfortunately, for that one, we have to purchase separately firewall or SIM tool, and we have to troubleshoot everything. It's a very expensive licensing. I have that plan, but it will take some time to create all these environments like a lab kind of thing, so that people can go and practice it. But not now, because it's, right, how much investment it will take.
Yes,
Firewall
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
itself,
sir.
it's like lakhs and
Yes,
crores.
sir. Yes, sir. I mean,
Yeah,
I just for my info only, I was asking, sir. I am asking this.
yeah.
Is there any like FortiGate VPN demo, such kind of things you have shown us, sir? Like
That I can show. That I
this is the
can show,
first time.
obviously. But there it's only read-only access only. But we can't go and we can't add. So just we can view and we can see read. That's all. Yeah,
Okay, sir. I mean, if you have an idea about the particular view, how it firewall, I mean, if something goes wrong, if we go, I mean, because I from different background came into this, and if someone goes and if I open the browser, I cannot be in a blank mode like, okay, this browser will be like this kind of thing. FortiGate VPN will be looks like this, so I cannot be in a blank mode. That's what I'm asking. Like, if we know the things, if you click on something, if drop down, was these options will be right here there. So if you want to configure a VPN, yes, in the firewall you need to go so and so place, and if you want to that way how you have shown the FortiGate. So similar way, I mean, it is not possible to show for everything, but uh, funda will be same for all the firewalls. Like the options will be here and there.
yeah. So
So
that is what,
we'll
as
check.
I
Yes, sir.
said,
That's what.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Basically, what you have to do in such scenario, even as how I entered into this particular industry as a L1 analyst related to NOC. Basically, first I entered into NOC in TCL, Network Operations Center. So I did not join not even security field directly. So slowly, so then I migrated. No, sorry, I got to work with L2. From there, L2 to L3. From L3 to I moved to implementation. There I have to learn. So this is the way you have to follow ladder approach. Always don't be stick in. Okay, like always we have to monitor 24/7 for 365 days. So you can learn all these whenever you are going as a ladder wise. So this is the way you have to learn it. So everything is like a self learning mode only. I have learned most of the things, L1 to L2, L2 to L3, LT through implementations side approach. From implementation side, once again we have to go to the architect side. So this is the way our ladder should be. But most of the people I have seen, okay, aram say, so we will sit in this particular field. So maybe either 10 years, I want to be like only SOC manager. I don't want to go into some other fields like implementation or architect, or I don't want to move into another field. So if you don't follow that particular ladder and what dreams you do have, finally you can't achieve anything basically. So you can keep CISO as your dream job, and so try to work on that one. Obviously, one day you will become maybe CISO of any organization. So is it clear?
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, coming back to here. So ARP. So just you can give ARP, give enter. Now I have shown this one also when we discussed about ARP table part of the our network layer. So once we are giving ARP, so it will give a lot of suggestions, but other comments it will not give any suggestion. So here we can give -A. It's for displaying of the current entries of the ARP table. -G, whatever A, it is same similar to A. And -V is for view, and -D is for deleting, and -S is for adding. Okay. So now we can go and we can see ARP-A to display what all the ARP entries are there. So this is also I have already I have explained previously. Internet address, that is nothing but layer 3 address or logical address. And physical address is also called as MAC address. So now in my laptop, ARP table, it's formed as, so mapping of layer 3 IP address to layer 2 MAC address. So this is the ARP table. View how we can verify. Okay. So even we can give ARP G as well. So same thing, it will go output. Okay, so this is the way how we can verify. So syntax here, so it will come help button. Under help once
Sir,
again. Yeah, please.
like like Unix, like we don't have any man page in Windows.
Windows.
I mean, don't we have any man page in the server level itself? For example, in the Linux, if you don't know the command which flag needs to be
No. This is not
entered,
there.
just
Yeah, that's what I said for couple of commands, not for all help command. It will not be there.
okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So it will displace or view in the similar way ARP-G, same as it is display or view. Next one is ARP-S is for adding or newly adding of ARP address, and ARP-D is for deleting of the respective IP address and MAC address. So that is about ARP. So next one is, I think, telnet. So telnet we can use most of the cases Unix operating system to log into one of the Linux server to another Linux server. Not only that one. So even telnet is applicable to Windows as well. Do you agree or not? Whether telnet will work in Windows or yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it will work
generally we can
telnet
use
as.
check.
Yeah, it will work in telnet, even Windows as well. Okay, so full form is telecommunication network and port number is 23. So if you want to configure telnet, by default what Microsoft will do, because telnet is not a secure way of the protocol. Telnet is not secure protocol. So what is the secure protocol? SSH, secure shell.
SSH.
Why? Because it will use public key infrastructure cryptography mechanism using port number 22. So, but telnet will not it will not use any public key or private key. So it is a secureless protocol. So that is the reason whenever if you want to connect Unix, most of the cases we will follow through SSH and we will enter one of the Unix operating system. From there we will give telnet along with IP address and port number, so that we can log into another Unix username and password it will ask, and we will enter into the Linux server. In the Windows also telnet will be there. So where we can see the telnet, whether it is working or not, I can show now. So telnet. So telnet is already enabled in my system, but by default telnet will not be enabled in Microsoft based operating system because it is secureless protocol. So from there, if I want to quit to our previous user control, I have to give QIT, quit. It will come to our user machine. So where we can see the telnet option, just you can go to control panel. So under this one, we have system and security. Under this one, you can see programs. Under this one, you can go to turn Windows features on or off. So this is the telnet connectivity. So this one, it should be enabled. Then only it will work telnet, otherwise it will not work. Is it clear? What did I say? First, I went to control panel. Then I went to system and security. From there, I went to programs. From there, I went to Windows turn off feature on or off. Then we have to select telnet. So this is the way how we can enable and disable the telnet option.
In the Linux also, like by default, it will not be enabled, sir. I mean, after registering the server to the repo, a satellite server, so we'll install the package separately. In Linux also, it will not be.
Yeah,
It will
because
not
it's
be
not a
installed by
secure
default.
protocol.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's not
agree
a
with
secure
you. Yeah,
protocol.
it is not a secure protocol. That's why basically we will not go with the telnet protocol most of the cases. Okay. And also one more thing, Unix side also, based on my experience, I'm saying it's always better to give a private key to respect user whenever we are creating. So username and password, and we have to generate a key. Using that key only, we have to authenticate the respective Unix operating system. That is the security best practices. It's better to implement every organization. But I've seen couple of organizations, they will not generate any private key to the end user, that file basically. And couple of organizations, they will follow that particular process. Every organization, it's better to provide private key file so that user can save that file in the HashiCorp vault, or maybe CyberRk vault, or maybe any other key vault. And whenever they are trying to access the respective Linux server or Unix server, using that key, whatever at the time of the user they created, using that private key, they can access. That is the security best practice. It's better to implement every organization.
Yes, sir, agree.
Yeah. It can be used to log into one system to another system, and it is applicable to both Windows and Unix operating system. Now syntax: cmd telnet, and we have to give not telnet x dot x dot x dot x along with that port number. So to see whether that port is communicating under what is the port number. So that is our syntax part related to telnet. I think these are all comments, guys. Path ping, those comments are there. That is not that much important. But as I said, regularly used. Okay, so two comments are, what are the two comments I said?
NS lookup and ping.
Yeah, NS lookup and also ping comment. These two comments we will use regularly. So vulnerability management side, we have to verify some other protocols as well. So once the topic will come in the practical, I can show what type of port enumeration techniques we have to enable and how it will work on the backend practical way. So that's all for today. And tomorrow morning, I will take morning class. Sorry, tomorrow. There is no evening class tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday, I'm not sure. But tomorrow I will take the class 8 to 9. There is no evening class tomorrow. Tomorrow it's very, very important topic, network architecture diagram. It's a very important. Please don't skip this call. I mean, this is a session.
Tomorrow morning, what time, sir? Like
8 to 9 or 7:30 to 9 also fine for me, because it will take more than 1 hour, that session. Yeah, 7:30 I will take this session. 7:30 to 9 I will take this session. So because architecture I have to explain. So please don't skip tomorrow class, guys. It's very, very important. This is applicable to both on-premise cloud security architecture diagram. This is applicable to even on-premise network architecture diagram also. This one is defined by Cisco most of the cases, but here and there I will change a couple of changes. One diagram I can show multiple security technologies. Okay, guys, that's all for today, and see you tomorrow at 7:30.
sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much. Good
Thank
night.
you, sir. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Have a
Good night.
wonderful night.